All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please go ahead and take your seats. We'll begin momentarily. All right, good morning and welcome. I'm Jonathan Klusmeyer from EPA Region 7. Thank you for joining us today for the Brownfields ceremonial check presentation. We have a great lineup of speakers to give remarks today. After the event, we invite members of the media up front for one-on-one interviews and photos if interested. Without further delay, let's begin today's program. I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Chelsea Johnson, Lancaster County Commissioner and Executive Committee member for the Southeast Nebraska Development District.
Thank you very much, John. I would like to start by thanking EPA's Region 7 Administrator Jim Macy and his staff, Frank Ularic, and the StanTech team, our coalition members, and the Southeast Nebraska Development District staff. The EPA Brownfields program has provided benefits to Lincoln and Lancaster County for 20 years. Starting in 2005 with the transformation of the 48th and O area of Lincoln from blight to bustling mixed use, up through and including extensive support for the Haymarket and Arena redevelopment project and current investment in the city's South Haymarket Park. Lancaster County has also benefited extensively from our partnership with the Southeast Nebraska Development District, which has consistently provided our communities with critical grant writing and project management support, including ADA improvements to Hickman's Playhouse Theater and water and street infrastructure improvements in Sprague. While focused on rural Southeast Nebraska, SEN's work has also supported residents within the city of Lincoln, including an owner-occupied housing rehabilitation program and a small business rental and mortgage assistance program. And now, with the assistance of this EPA Coalition Assessment Grant, SEND is partnering with Community Action Partnership of Lancaster and Saunders counties to assess property near their Lincoln headquarters on West O Street with a vision to expand local food production and urban agriculture to improve food security in our community. Through this grant, Lancaster County residents will also benefit from SEN's work with partners to assess and plan for the demolition and redevelopment of the abandoned grain elevator that is situated across from Park Middle School. Cleanup and redevelopment of this site will address health and safety concerns, accrue economic benefits to the community, and better facilitate affordable housing development in the South Salt Creek neighborhood. Across SEN's service area, this EPA grant will support assessment and planning for the redevelopment of Crete's former municipal airfield, Fairbury's iron and metal site and former municipal power plant, and Nebraska City's former St. Mary's Hospital, with the shared goal to improve health and safety of our communities and promote economic revitalization. On behalf of the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners and the Southeast Nebraska Development District's Executive Board, I want to thank the EPA for this support. I'd also like to thank our partners at growing regional economic activity today, the communities of Crete, Fairbury, and Nebraska City, and Community Action Partnership here in Lincoln. We look forward to outstanding outcomes through this grant for communities in Lancaster County and across SEN's territory. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chelsea. Now we invite our next speaker, Jim Macy, Regional Administrator for EPA Region 7.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Oh, that's kind of weak. There we go. That sounds better. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. This is a great day, beautiful day. Wonderful drive up from Lenexa back to Nebraska. Saw a lot of harvesting going on and just a beautiful fall day. And what a way to celebrate this wonderful event. Pardon me a little bit. I go back to some of my role in Nebraska where remember Tom Bliss saying, hey, I'd like to get one of these brownfield grants. I wonder how we could do that. And I understand this is like the fourth time around that y'all have made an application for that. And it's a wonderful event. You and Frank have teamed up very well, and got to work with Frank a little bit when he was with the city, and appreciate your dedication, your work. Appreciate the work of Send and the mayor and everybody involved with this. So let me give you a little background. These brownfield grants are one of the many ways that EPA is helping power the Great America Comeback. And that's important because we're committed to working in cross-agency partnerships with state entities, with our federal partners, other federal partners, and then local municipalities to make these grants work for your community. And it's just a pleasure to be able to see one of these grants develop over years and then be awarded. So these grants demonstrate, at least to me, how you can grow an economy and protect the environment at the same time. It's not a binary operation. You can have both. These grants prove that you can have both. The background to this development is that it was selected for this $1.2 million for a Brownfields Assessment Grant. This will be used to look at 30 Phase 1 and 35 Phase 2 investigations. So that helps the community look at land and see if there's problems, address those problems, and then get an economic scale going and getting this back into productive use. We're also used to develop 16 cleanup plans and support reuse planning. Administrator Zeldin has named 5 pillars to charge our Environmental Protection Agency, how we work and work with each other and work with the communities. So this one addresses pillar number 1, clean air, clean land, clean water, and also pillar number 3, cooperative federalism between state partners, local partners, and the federal government. It's just an interesting statistic is that the positive impact on one of these cleanups for residential properties, when you use these in coordination with just the economics of scale, you can see a 15% increase in the value of the properties that surround these grant activities. So it's a pleasure to be able to award this grant to the Southeast Nebraska Development District. It's a pleasure to work with Mayor Beckett and Chelsea with the city with the city of Lincoln, and all the people involved with Send. I want to thank my team for helping Send develop this application. There's a point that we're coaches. Stan's a great coach with working with the communities, but then these are competitively awarded grants too. So they go into a national field of competition, and it's really something to get an award for $1.2 million. So thank everybody that's been involved with this. Thank you for your time, and look forward to working with you. Thanks.
All right, and now we'd like to invite our speakers up front for the check presentation.
Uh-oh. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, and now we'd like to invite our final speaker, Brian Beckett, Mayor of Nebraska City, Nebraska.
I have to throw a disclaimer. All the work was not me. It was lots of other folks. Administrator Macy, Commissioner Johnson, on behalf of Nebraska City and our partner, growing regional economic activity today, Crete, it is my pleasure and honor to be here to express our appreciation of the efforts and support of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, especially District 7, Region 7, and the outstanding folks at the Southeast Nebraska Development District. Tom Bliss and his folks, his staff at SIN, have always done an outstanding job of supporting and looking out for our community. And I have no doubt that our other coalition member cities, Crete and Fairbury, could echo my same sentiments. I've always felt, to me, the key two elements of an economic development project are the groundbreaking and the ribbon cutting, mostly because I get asked to join in on those two things. But to me, the groundbreaking represents the hard work, often years' worth of hard work that have been put in by experts and individuals trying to turn an idea into a certainty, trying to turn an unfunded vision into a funded reality. And the ribbon cutting, well, that represents that entity is now ready to go, ready to open its doors to join the economic landscape of our community. And I'm sure that there was nothing but joy and pleasure when in 1912 they did the ribbon cutting for the Burlington Depot in our south business area, or Old St. Mary's Hospital in 1927 when they opened its doors. As with the opening of the depot in 1912, soon after that, other industrial and agriculture entities joined in that area, being a hub of transportation. After 1927 for the hospital, its demand was in such need that within 10 years, it increased its size by building a north wing, then within another 15 years, the south wing, doubling its size, capacity, and its service in less than 30 years. But now we are here in 2025. The hospital and the area structures around the old depot have run their course, and they've given their contribution to our economics. The depot is now itself a restaurant, but the land around the depot is in varying stages of use or disuse, and it contains structures that are dated or substandard. The hospital was shuttered in 2014. It was only shuttered because Common Spirit CHI blessed us with opening our new facility in South Nebraska City, which is an outstanding facility. But now with those two sites, it's time to revitalize, reinvest, and repurpose those and make intelligent use of the land. Unfortunately, with the passage of 100 years, we now know that previous building practices, building materials, and industrial operations often created hazards that we were unaware of at the time. And now we must identify and plan for the mitigation of those hazards. It's not cheap work, it's not easy work, but thanks to the EPA and SIN, we now have a valid way forward. This coalition grant will allow our city, in partnership with Crete, to facilitate the assessment, private acquisition, and refurbishment of the former St. Mary's Hospital facility. We see this former hospital as a unique asset in revitalizing our central business district. We see it helping to address affordable housing, child care, and other social service gaps in Nebraska City. Beyond the hospital, we see other opportunities to clear environmental hazards associated with the Legacy Railroad, petroleum and grain storage, and a former meat packing operation in our southern fringe of our central business district. Absent of this grant funding, I'm not sure this would happen, and we would have continued discouragement and investment in Nebraska City's urban core. I'm excited and invigorated with Nebraska City working again with SIN with our well-established partnership. Over the last few years, SIN's efforts have facilitated over $1.5 million worth of work associated with ADA improvements to our Veterans Memorial Building, drainage improvements to our flood-prone South 19th Street, and to administration of the 2019 Disaster Recovery Grant. These results give us great confidence that we'll see similar positive results coming out of this coalition grant. Today, the way ahead is bright, not just for Nebraska City and Crete, but also for our coalition member cities, Crete and Fairbury. We compliment SIN on securing yet another grant for our region, and we thank the EPA official here today, Mr. Macy, for making critical funding available to our community. So again, to SIN and EPA, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's presentation ceremony. For more information about the Brownfields program, you can visit epa.gov. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And again, congratulations.